Being Southeast Texas, welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to take a detailed look at the next 7 days in your weather impact forecast. Right now, we're looking at fair skies out there, just some high cloudiness, but we expect the clouds to thicken up overnight as an upper level disturbance affects our transports mid and high level cloudiness over the area. Those clouds will not bring rain, but they'll help to keep temperatures warmer than what we saw this morning. This view of downtown Beaumont, courtesy of Patrick Vaughn, where it's 63 degrees on the Roofing 911 Skycam network. So a cloudy, chilly night, but not as cold as this morning. And then those clouds will erode, and it looks like a warm, windy Friday across southeast Texas. This is ahead of a Pacific cold front that will move through Saturday morning with no rainfall, unfortunately, the way it looks right now. Slightly cooler temperatures, maybe a few degrees shaved off as we head toward Sunday and Monday, and then it's right back to well above normal temperatures as we work on into the middle part of next week, with dry weather continuing. The only chance of showers I see over the next 7 days would be next Thursday, with maybe a better chance around the 11th or so, 11th or 12th. That would be a stronger trough, and that would be about 9-10 days out. So tomorrow we expect a windy day across southeast Texas as winds could gust 25-30 miles an hour across southeast Texas coming up late tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon, so keep abreast of that. Otherwise, high temperatures, I think we could get 80 degrees in some spots across southeast Texas, well above normal, which is 63. Tomorrow's record high is 86, set back in 1917, so no way we'll hit the record, believe it or not. 1917, that was a 100-year-old record, 86 on Friday the 3rd, or the 3rd of January. So tomorrow we'll go 79. It could hit 80 tomorrow here in Beaumont, and we expect a windy southwest wind around 10 to 15 would gust to 30. So clouds in the early morning, but we ought to thin those clouds out and go sunny during the afternoon. And as you can see, pretty close to that in modeling. Again, we may hit 80 in a few spots across southeast Texas. Did that have any chance of rain? Let me go back to that. As we are expecting, okay, I don't expect any rainfall out of this system that's coming over our area. That's why I went dry. So we'll see who wins on that. Then for tomorrow in the lakes area, I don't think the winds will be quite as strong up that way. You'll get close to 80 and maybe a 25-mile-per-hour wind gust tomorrow, and no rainfall expected. So I think you'll hit the mid to upper 50s tomorrow morning and close to 80 tomorrow afternoon. So normally, this is the red line. This is where we're supposed to be this time of year. 63 is our normal high for this time of year. So tomorrow, that is what, 16 degrees above normal, 16 or 17. The cold front comes in Saturday morning, but still, Saturday and Sunday above normal temperatures despite the passage of a cold front. So that front's not going to be real strong. And then we're well back above normal Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Don't be surprised if I have to knock those temperatures to around 78, 79 as we head towards Wednesday of next week. But that's the way it looks right now. So you can see how much above the red line those temperatures afternoon highs are each afternoon. So very spring-like pattern across southeast Texas expected. As far as rainfall, I don't expect anything through at least Tuesday, probably Wednesday. Thursday, at this point, we'll give it a 20% shot of light rain in the forecast. I'm going to show you the usually wet European, and it is living up to its name because no other model is showing this much rain in the next 7 days. This is the only model that shows this much rain. Look at that, a half an inch. See, a fifth of an inch to a half an inch of rainfall, and that just occurs next Thursday. That would be great. But this is a wet model. No other model shows this. So we'll go with a 20% to 30% coverage next Thursday and go with a fifth of an inch or less across southeast Texas. Otherwise, you can see why. You're looking at moisture in the atmosphere, and we just don't have enough to produce rainfall. This is due a little bit higher, but still fairly low down the scale, as you can see, pretty far down the scale. This is due to the clouds in the morning. That's just going to be a cloud maker. But you can see how moisture levels start going up as we head towards Thursday. I just don't think there's going to be enough moisture in the atmosphere to where you can generate convection or shower activity that widespread like what the European is showing. So I don't like that solution. We'll see how modeling, I bet it will flip-flop to a drier scenario over the next couple of days. Regardless, at least we've got a chance of rain in the forecast as we head towards next Thursday. Now, taking a look at the latest drought monitor, this is just released today, or yesterday, I believe. This is level 2, so a moderate drought, northern Jasper, northern Newton counties, western Hardin, all of Liberty and Polk counties, Chambers, and half southwest side of Jefferson County. Now, severe drought now materializing extreme southwest Jefferson, southern Liberty, and also Chambers County. As of this afternoon, we're 2 inches below normal just since the 1st of December. And for the year, we finished out 13.39 inches below normal. As far as wildfire threat coming up tomorrow, looks fairly low to moderate across southeast Texas. When you have a moderate threat, fires may start easily, but not spread quickly. I think this could be elevated coming up tomorrow with the winds that we're expecting across southeast Texas. Regardless, temperatures right now under fair skies are in the mid-50s lakes at the airport and around 60 in the triangle on the Pro Roofing Concept satellite and radar loop. But as you can see, a lot of this high-level cloudiness. It'll thicken up over the next couple of hours as a more moderate level clouds move into the area. Much more warmth across the state than yesterday. As you can see, well into the 60s to around 70 in Laredo and Corpus Christi, 60 in Wichita Falls. Very mild afternoon for early January. And the cloud cover is due to this disturbance. You can see it right there in through West Texas. These are contours, the upper level patterns. See how that goes up? Little dip in those contours. That's an upper level disturbance. That's what's creating this cloudiness as the Pacific moisture moves right across Mexico into Texas because of that disturbance. So that'll go by, but hot on its heels, another disturbance coming out of California IA that'll bring that Pacific cold front our way. So as you can see, warming temperatures across the state because of those southerly and southwesterly winds. There's a Pacific cold front that is over towards the Sierras, and this is, notice again, the little dip in those black lines. That's the upper level disturbance that is coming in to our area in the form of a cold front. So you can see I've showed the surface pattern, which is this front, the Pacific cold front, but you can also see the upper level pattern right there. See the dip in these black lines? This is the upper level pattern, and that is the trough of low pressure is coincident with that cold front that is moving out of California that will be here coming up Saturday morning, probably before noontime. And the lake effect snows continue, especially on the lee side. As you can see, winter storm warnings, lake effect snow warnings in through portions of, Pennsylvania, back over towards New York. Snow's continuing up that way as that northwesterly flow continues. Upper level disturbance going through there too also. So with the clouds overhead tonight, we expect warmer temperatures. I don't think we'll get out of the 50s tonight. So we were in the 30s this morning, so about 20 degrees warmer. And look at the clouds, 5 a.m., look at the temperatures. Now those clouds will be peeled away as we go into the afternoon hours, and those winds will really start cranking coming up tomorrow afternoon, as we expect those wind gusts 25 to 30 miles an hour. Could see high temperatures in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees tomorrow afternoon. A good almost 17 degrees warmer than normal. So again, here's the disturbance that's coming in right now that is creating the cloud cover across our area. It'll go by. Hot on its heels is the next disturbance. This is the trough of low pressure that was over California that I drew and just showed you a minute ago. This is the trough that is guiding our Pacific cold front into our area. After that passes, we will see a nice ridge of high pressure over the Lone Star State on Sunday into Monday, and that means beautiful weather, dry weather over the Lone Star State. Now, as we work on in to Wednesday, this is the European, and I think this is a little too strong, hence that's why it's showing so much rain. Most of the other models do not show something this strong. In other words, this short wave or trough of low pressure A short wave it's shorter in length. A long trough of low pressure would be from Canada to something like through the continental U.S. This is a smaller trough of low pressure. It is also deeper, meaning that the deflection is into the ridge. So we think this is going to be weaker on the GFS and some of the other models. So we're not going to go with the European model. We're going to go with kind of mute that a bit and go with lower chances of rain and lighter amounts as we head towards Thursday of next week. Now, when are we ever going to get rain again? Because we need it. Well, that's going to be coming out of the Pacific. And I think as we head on into maybe the 11th or 12th, we'll be watching this trough of low pressure. And that, I think, is going to have a better chance of bringing us better rain chances coming up. Let's see, that would be the 11th and 12th. That's days 9 and 10 days out. So the reason I'm talking about something beyond the 7-day forecast is because we need rain. And a lot of people are wondering, when are we going to see rain again? Looks like the 11th and 12th. Now, I don't expect heavy rainfall. I'd say 11th and 12th, maybe a half an inch or less. But again, we need rain, and that will certainly help as far as the extended forecast. On the Gulf tomorrow, small craft advisory will be in effect for rough seas around 3 to 5, maybe 6 footers out there. Southwest winds at 15 to 20 knots will be increasing to 20 to 25 knots. Only one high tide at Sabine Pass at 4:01 p.m. Water temperature at 64. So tonight, becoming cloudy, chilly, but not as cold as this morning. Mid to upper 50s are expected with a south to southwest wind. Tomorrow, morning clouds, afternoon sun, high temperatures close to 80, maybe the upper 70s, as winds will be gusting anywhere out of the southwest between 25 and 30 miles an hour. Taking a look at your weather impact 7-day forecast. Again, we're going to be watching, let's see, those winds gusting 25, 30 miles an hour coming up tomorrow afternoon. And then winds will be coming westerly Friday night ahead of the front that comes in Saturday morning. And as you can see, the rains are off towards our north and east. Maybe a sprinkle, maybe not, but it looks like this front will come in a little bit slower now, maybe after daybreak. But as you can see, some clouds in the morning Saturday. Those will erode, and we should see plentiful sun coming up Saturday afternoon as the winds shift to the north. 74, that beats 79. 68 coming up on Sunday, but we're back in the 40s coming up Sunday and Monday mornings with that Pacific front kind of shaving off a few degrees. It's not a strong front by any stretch of the imagination. Then we warm back up. Mid, maybe upper 70s, a slight chance of showers coming up on Thursday. And that's a look at your 7-day weather impact forecast. Again, a reminder, we're looking at high temperature tomorrow around 79, maybe 80 degrees across southeast Texas. And if we hit 80 degrees, that's some 17 degrees above normal. As I showed earlier, we are expecting wind gusts around maybe 25 to 30, hopefully not any higher, but if anybody's going to see any stronger winds, it would be along the coast at Sabine Pass or Port Arthur. If anybody's going to see 30-mile-per-hour winds, it would certainly be there. Otherwise, as I said also, it looks like those temperatures, which are supposed to be around 63 this time of year, will be well above normal. Even though that Pacific front comes in, we shave off a few degrees coming up Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then we warm right back up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week as our normal high is 63 degrees. So Pacific cold front coming in Saturday morning, and it looks like it's a little bit slower than what we saw even yesterday.